Russian soldiers cross into Poland, then claim they got lost. That is one of the scenarios US intelligence is now warning Warsaw about. The goal would not be territory, it would be confusion, hesitation, and a NATO alliance that blinks instead of responds. America has been systematically informing Poland. The provocations, officials say, could come within months. The United States has warned Poland that Russia could be planning an armed provocation on NATO territory in what officials believe would be an attempt to test the alliance's willingness to respond collectively. According to reports by Onet and the Telegraph, US officials have repeatedly shared intelligence with Warsaw, indicating that Moscow may be preparing a hybrid operation that could unfold within months. The reported scenarios range from drone or missile strikes against critical infrastructure, such as power stations, to a limited cross-border incursion by Russian or Belarusian troops. Polish security officials say another possibility involves a staged border incident, with Russian soldiers allegedly entering Polish territory before claiming they crossed accidentally because of GPS failures or while conducting a rescue mission. The concern is that Moscow would hope NATO hesitates, triggering negotiations instead of an immediate military response. A source close to the Polish president was direct about the breadth of the threat.
The US systematically informs Poland about ever-new Russian plans for a conventional attack on NATO's eastern flank, from which Poland is by no means excluded.
Security officials believe Russia's broader objective would be political rather than territorial. By provoking a crisis inside NATO territory without triggering a full-scale war, Moscow could attempt to expose divisions within the alliance and pressure Western governments to reduce or suspend military support for Ukraine. Officials say Russia may even try to blame any incident on Ukraine, creating confusion over responsibility while testing NATO's decision-making process. Any ground operation would most likely originate from Russia's heavily militarized exclave of Kaliningrad or from neighboring Belarus, Moscow's closest military ally. Western officials assess that Russia currently lacks the forces for a conventional invasion of NATO because of its ongoing commitments in Ukraine, making a limited hybrid operation a more plausible scenario. The warnings come as NATO continues reinforcing its eastern flank. Recent military exercises involving US forces in the Baltic region were intended to signal that any attack on NATO's eastern members would directly involve American troops. NATO's potential response has also been signalled publicly. Germany's Air Force Chief Holger Neumann told the Telegraph last month that the alliance would defend every inch of NATO territory and singled out Kaliningrad, St. Petersburg, the Kola Peninsula, and the Black Sea as potential NATO targets in the event of a conflict.
Moscow will be looking for ways to disrupt the current trend through horizontal escalation or doing something elsewhere. We should not expect Russia to passively lose.
According to the Telegraph, NATO military planners have discussed potential responses that could include strikes against military targets in Kaliningrad if Russia launched an attack against alliance territory. For now, officials stress there is no indication of an imminent large-scale invasion, but they warn that a limited provocation designed to test NATO's resolve remains a serious possibility as tensions between Russia and the alliance continue to escalate.
Having the Commodore to visit is never good. So, the Commodore to visit is a pain in the arse.
Jeg kaller opp på 16 istedenfor, og så får du opp på 69.
Ja.
Motor vessel Valadero. This is coalition warship Foxtrot 310, operating in support of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 110. Sir, I request your cooperation in answering the following questions.
So today what we've been doing is carrying out a maritime interdiction operations drill. So what does that actually mean? That means that we have sent a boarding team from this ship, the Norwegian ship, the Fridtjof Nansen, over to a target vessel as part of the exercise.
Coalition warship Foxtrot 310, that is well understood.
Our cargo is general freight, is prepaid freight in crates.
We conducted a standard hailing, tried to figure out who this is, where it's going, where it's come from.
I request you state whether or not you have any animals on board. Over.
No, we did have a goat. We had a goat, but we eat goats, so now no more goats. But no animals.
Any weapons are carried on board the vessel and their location. Over.
No, we don't have any weapons. We are peaceful freighter.
It is my intention to execute the right to send a boarding party to examine your manifest and cargo and to conduct a search of your vessel in accordance with international law and the United Nations Security Council Resolution 110.
Ikke sånn kjempeofte vi gjør det I denne skalaen. Så det viktigste at alle kommer trygt over, alle kommer trygt tilbake igjen.
So this exercise was done with, together with the US Navy to work together on how to have a visitation on board ships.
What we've done today is we've exercised the teams for real, because there's nothing like live exercising with our partners, to show what we're capable of, building trust between each other.
Først ombord båten. Så går vi tilbake.
Først ombord I båten.
To box.
To stykker I båten.
So our team embarked the vessel and did a standard visitation.
So one crew is, or part of the team is up on the bridge and checking papers and talking with the captain.
Please, sir.
Do you got the papers ready?
Yes, all papers are right here for ship. Yes, crew list and all declarations and passports.
Perfect.
Was there anything wrong with the paperwork or anything?
My passport number didn't match the crew list.
What I would say about NATO is it's made up of 32 nations. Over 25 of those are maritime nations, and every single country has something to bring and contribute, whether that's geographical basing, intelligence, expertise. And you'll find that there are some countries that might seem smaller on the map, but their contribution is huge based on the skills that they bring. This is the longest sustained period of peace in Europe, and I think everyone recognises the value of those institutions that defend the things that we love.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3. Bara miljö!